dark room, the flickering lights. It was magic for me. And the total immersion that I got, the whole experience of watching the film. I remember E.T., Never Ending Story. It was so great. I had fun. I had great time with my family, and I'll never forget that. And that was the moment.
Aside from the Filipino filmmakers I grew up watching, it was Robert Zemeckis. I remember watching Forrest Gump and realizing that storytelling didn't have to be loud to be powerful. It moved through time, memory, and emotion so effortlessly. That film actually taught me that even the simplest life, if told honestly, can carry the entire world. That's when I thought, ganito pala ang pelikula.
Siguro para sa akin si Lino Broca sa pelikula niyang Jaguar. Kasi sa pelikulang to hindi siya nagpakita ng kabayanihan, kundi pinakita niya yung sugat ng lipunan as a whole, no? So after Jaguar, na-realize ko na yung pelikula o yung paggawa ng pelikula ay pwedeng maging suntok sa sikmura, no? Hindi lang pampalipas oras, kundi pwede ring pampagising, no? Doon ko unang naramdaman na yung camera pwedeng makialam sa totoong mundo.
For me, it was probably seeing somebody be vulnerable on camera. Like, you know, those YouTubers, those TikTokers, it's the moment when they show a part of their lives that isn't the glamorous scene. It's when they show the real hardships that happen behind it and what really lies behind the success that we see.
Yes, I do believe it's very, very dangerous because you're trying to replicate what they're doing. And especially if it's Hollywood or even here in the Philippines, if you're trying to emulate what they're doing in big budgeted movies, you get swept away with all this grandeur, the aesthetics of it all. But learning from the independent way of filmmaking, it's all about the story. And there's a point. There comes a point where you stop idolizing the way your hero, the filmmaker, the storyteller that you're trying to follow, and share your own voice and share your own process. And it takes time to develop your own process, but you have to put it out there and be confident that your process, your own voice, will see you through.
It can be. At some point, admiration turns into imitation. I caught myself trying to recreate their rhythm, their framing, their magic, how they do things, until I realized I was losing my own voice in the process. They are meant to inspire you, not to replace you.
Naniniwala ako na oo, pwede itong maging mapanganib kasi minsan, no, mas naririnig mo na yung boses ng mga idols mo kaysa sa sarili mo, no? So, nauuwi sa imposter syndrome na pakiramdam mo laging kulang yung ibinibigay mo doon sa work of art mo. So, at the end of the day, idols should inspire you to speak, no? Not silence you and your art.
Yes, because sometimes what you're looking at and what you're idolizing are outdated perspectives. With the industry, from marketing to film to everything really in the world today, changing so fast, it's also important that we remind ourselves to adapt. What works today might not work tomorrow, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just really being able to move with the times and understand why things change instead of going against the current.
By being disciplined in the process, there will come a point that I have to stop watching and really start doing the work. And I do believe that, yes, it's part of the process. It's crucial. It's a vital part of the process wherein you watch a lot of films as part of your research and development. But I have to be disciplined enough knowing when to stop and start making the things that are needed for the actual shoot, like my shot list, the script I have to check, of course. I have to prepare for the shots, and checking with the team with the things that are needed for this shoot.
Slowly and with a lot of mistakes, I guess. Watching is safe, doing is messy. When I moved to Manila and I decided to work in the broadcast industry, I didn't have the luxury of just being a fan. Watching artists, I had to show up, make decisions, get it wrong, and learn in real time.
Naniniwala ako na walang perfect moment, no? You just start small, maliit muna, babaan mo yung standards mo habang tinataas mo yung consistency level mo. Kasi naniniwala ako noon na hindi ka matututo sa panonood lang. Kailangan mong magkamali in public.
For me, it was being able to really channel our emotional expression or being able to do so, because it was really helpful given how I really admire or find the importance of human insight. Because being able to channel your emotions and go back to what you feel and what everything is about, I think that's what really helped, because when you know what you feel, you know what to say.
Values, durability, timelessness, classic. I want my films to be watched by the future generations and for them to find them meaningful, purposeful, and somehow you'll find it very inspiring, and for them help in their transformation, and these films to be something that they will value and pass on to the next generation.
I want my work to be honest, not loud, not trying too hard, just human. Stories that carry where I came from. Batangas, Ilona, the long commute, the quiet doubts, and still make someone feel seen. If someone watches my work and thinks, parang kilala ko yung taong ko, that's enough.
Kung makapag-iiwan ako ng something, for sure yung pagbibigay ko ng uncurated truth, no, na walang pa-cute, mga kwentong amoy kalsada, no, Manila as it is, no, hindi postcard, hindi peke. Gusto kong ibahagi yung version ng isang sining, no, na humihinga, no, na nagkakamali at patuloy na nabubuhay.
Personally, intimacy. I want the character to feel like they're in the room or they're being represented well. That whatever emotions, whatever trials, or whatever challenges that they may be going through, no matter how small, how big, I want them to feel well represented. Because even if it's comedic, even if it's sad, even if it's happy, to see yourself in a film or to see yourself represented gives another form of joy to other people.